My name is Akhtar Khan.
What's happening? How are you? Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from New Jersey.
All right, brother. Go ahead, please. You can always call the landline, okay? Also, if you're calling from the US. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, I'm calling for the first time. So,
Sure.
And thanks to the admin who assisted me here.
Yeah.
So, brother, first of all, thank you for having me on this conversation.
Sure.
And it's a privilege and honor to talk to you. And I really want to comment or compliment you on the level of patience that you show during your conversations with Sunni scholars and the way they go derogatory or, demonizing comments, and you talk to them with your patience. It's really commendable. But on the same side, I do have some reservations too, which I'll talk to you in my next conversation, because the admin told me that right now you can have your little bit introduction, and then on Saturday you may call a little longer, because I have some questions. In fact, some of my friends in New Jersey, they have some questions too, and I was planning if we can set up any kind of a Zoom meeting or anything where we can address our questions and you can answer those if it's possible.
Go ahead. I do not use Zoom, but you are always welcome to make a video call, which is not very difficult. Go ahead.
Okay, sure. So, brother, I'll just start with a prayer, which is, for everyone, Rabbana hablana min azwajina wa zurriyatina qurrata a'yunin waj'alna lil muttaqina imama. I have some questions. I have listed it down. There are 7 or 8 questions. If you kindly
so ask me 2 questions, and leave the rest, inshallah, for another day. Ask me 2 important questions, because 8 questions would require a lot of time, and there are people waiting. So ask me 2 of your important questions. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, sure. So I'll pick the one. So my question to you is, as per Shia Mazhab, do you believe on a history that is outside the book, and you believe that it is contaminated, concocted, fabricated?
Outside of the book? What do you mean outside the book? Which book?
Well, there is a history that is given in the book Quran, and there is a history that is given outside the book. So that is Shia
history in the Quran is very limited. You know that there are very general verses and very few incidents that have come in the Quran or allusion to them in the Quran. They're not very much in detail. And
but my question is,
there is not a whole lot of verses in the Noble Quran we can use to determine history. As far as history of the Muslim world is concerned, there are a lot of things. What happened to Muslims after the Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, they are not mentioned in the Quran in a historical sense of narration.
Yeah, but my question, do you think is which is more reliable history, Shia history or Sunni history, as per your understanding?
Of course, Shia is more reliable. Yeah.
Okay, and do you consider that history as revelation, like Sunni does, that they say that anything?
So revelation in English means disclosure. Revelation, Muslims use it to refer to wahi. So history is not wahi. History is not revealed from Allah. History is the narration. I'm just surprised and shocked that you're even asking the question. History is the narrations of people, individuals who have chronicled their observations, or who have chronicled the observation of previous generations. So that's history. History does not come from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Yeah, so you see, correct me if I'm wrong, there are Sunni scholars, and in Sunni sect, there is, they call it wahi matlu and wahi ghair matlu, or khafi or jari, and they say that whatever their books are, they are a form of a wahi. And as per my understanding,
hadith is wahi. Hadith, the sayings of the Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, because Quran says, وَمَا يَنْتِقُ عَنِ الْهَوَىٰ إِنْ هُوَ إِلَّا وَحْيٌ إِنْ هُوَ إِلَّا وَحْيٌ يُوحَىٰ. Everything the Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says is wahi. So you're talking about history, or you're talking about hadith? There are 2 different things.
I guess it's isn't it one and the same thing?
Okay, brother. We are not making sense right now, okay? We are not communicating well. So your questions, if you're calling, all this time you've been referring to hadith as history. So that's not good way to talk, okay? If I talk to you for 10 minutes and I refer to the United States as Pakistan, and at the end I say I meant United States. So why?
Okay,
that's no way to communicate, brother.
All right.
If you want to talk about hadith, mention the word hadith. Don't say history.
Okay.
If you want to talk about history, don't call history as wahi. Nobody has said the way history is wahi.
Okay, sure. Let me come to my question. So the hadith is wahi, right?
If it's a true hadith, it's wahi.
Right. So Sunni have their 6 books called Sahih, and they claim it as a wahi. And I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, you have your own books that you claim is a wahi, correct?
There are books of hadith, and hadith, if it's true, it's wahi. Yeah, that's true.
Right. So they have their own wahi, you have your own wahi. For a lay person like me, who should I believe on?
Okay.
Because there is an element of
okay,
risk
listen,
and
get the
uncertainty
answer
there.
from your monitor. Okay, thank you. So who you should follow? Always follow that which is right, that's which is correct. So that you should follow. Who should I follow? There are so many books, so many schools of thought. Allah has given you aql. Allah has given you common sense. The difference between the human being and a beast is his common sense. If something, you hear something, it makes sense, it's established on sound proofs, then obviously you have to accept it. You have to accept it. If something you hear and you know it's wrong, then of course you know it's wrong. Then you have to reject it. And if you hear something that you cannot tell, there's no way for you to evaluate it and determine whether it's true or false, then say, I don't know. Until I find out it's false or right, I'll wait. I'll neither reject it, I'll nor accept it. These three principles should determine your course of action. So who you should follow? Listen, do research, use your common sense, use your aql, use the intelligence that Allah has given you. Every person, there are so many choices for you in life, right? So many jobs you can take. Which job should I take? What do you do? Of course, you use your aql. You don't ask anybody, what should I do? You use your aql. You see, is this job, should I apply at this company? Get hired here is better for me. Go there, it's better for me. Join the Marines, is that better for me? Join Apple company, join Microsoft, join Google, or I may want to open my own business. I may open my own taco shop, halal taco shop, halal fried chicken. So which one is better for me? So every person, Allah has given an aql. Evidence is presented to you. You evaluate the evidence. If it makes sense, if it's true, take it. If it doesn't make sense, if you know it's wrong, reject it. If you cannot tell it's true or wrong, ask someone else. Tell them, explain this to me. Explain this to me. Okay? So that should be your way to go forward.